My mama lied to me. Hello, my brethren. Today's Get Rev'd Up Revelation is patience is no virtue. So, gentlemen, with 5 kids, patience is a big thing. One thing about all 5 of our children is, as different as they all have one thing in common, and that is that what they want right now. In this generation of instant gratification, what else would they expect? So we find ourselves telling our 3-year-old, when she's being impatient, to practice her patience. Now, what are we really saying when we say be patient? Is it really a virtue? I mean, come on. Love, honesty, these are virtues. These are things that we hold in high regard. But is patience really a virtue? Now, I'd have you look at it a little bit differently. If you were to consider that a patient is someone typically in a hospital or somewhere under care because they're suffering, to be a patient is to be a sufferer. Isn't that really what we're doing? We're calling it suffering. See, what we want right now, and we feel discomfort from it. We say we're suffering from it because we just don't want to wait. And so what do we say? We say you have to have patience. You have to suffer better is what we're saying. We're saying don't share your discomfort with others. Suffer more quietly, more peacefully. I mean, really, we're saying hold it in. Just suffer better. I just cannot comprehend how that would be virtuous. I mean, really, not suffering at all would be a much better solution. So what we look at as suffering really is inconvenience. So let's consider it this way. People don't climb Mount Everest, get to the top, just to tell stories of what that little piece of rock at the very top looked like. It's not about the top of Mount Everest. People say they climbed Mount Everest. It's the experience of climbing. It's the facing the challenge. It is overcoming the obstacles. It is the actual experience of the climb. See, we know we can't get to the top in one step. It just doesn't make sense to expect that. We know we have to go step by step. Climbing, it's going to take time. And we don't feel inconvenienced by the 800th step or the 3,000th step. We know it's a necessary part of the process, of the experience. So why do we look at anything else any differently? Why do we become impatient or say that we're inconvenienced when our business plans don't come to fruition right away, immediately? Or that our marriage doesn't work out as beautifully in this instant? Are we really inconvenienced? Are we really suffering in any way? So here's what I would suggest. I would suggest looking at it more from the experience standpoint and question if in a mindful presence of the experience, when you start to feel inconvenienced or impatient, you might ask yourself, what does it do for me to skip the steps of the experience? What do I gain from jumping to the last chapter? And by doing this, become more mindful, and patience is no longer necessary. Now my friends tell me I'm more patient in my older age. I exhibit more patience, and I hear they think I'm suffering better. Not true. I'm more mindful. I'm in the moment. I'm in the experience. So I challenge you, brothers, to do the same thing. Next time you start feeling that, switch that around and see what changes in your life. See what improvements become immediate. Until next time, my friends, peace, love, and respect.